I'm sure that we are live. Okay. My nose is getting shit. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watchman is here with a severe weather update. Excuse me. So, it's been a while, but here we are once again. We are live and we're doing this. So, we're going to take a look at what we have to talk about here. In Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and really along the areas of the Gulf States. I'm actually moving this way over here. So this is kind of what we're looking at right here. I do want to really just sort of talk about this one area right here. We're actually going to go into just regular high resolution radar for this area. So down here we got Round Rock. We got a few cells, stronger storms coming through. A little bit of lightning through here. Possibly a little bit of hail near Austin, but it's not going to be anything larger than like pea size. It'll be very, very, very small, if any. It will be very, very heavy rain. This area is currently, this cell is moving to the east at 30 miles an hour as of 12:32 UTC time. Moving off to the east again at 30 miles an hour. It's a relatively strong cell. Looking at the reflectivity, that's not velocity. There thankfully is no spin in this. There's only greens, there's not reds, there's yellows or oranges, or dark contrast of two colors shows winds going away and towards. And so when you see dark contrast of those two colors, one going away and one coming towards, that usually indicates there's some sort of spin in the lower levels of the atmosphere, and we're not seeing that. So one of the main things I look at when we see these stronger cells, when we have these cold fronts, is you can see oftentimes you do have these storms trying to create some kind of spin, and that can be very dangerous. Alright, so I'm going to really go back to the high resolution reflectivity, because again, we do have a lot of thunderstorms right here in central Texas, all the way from the Austin area, Round Rock area. This has been issued as a special weather statement. At 6:36 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Westlake Hills or all over Austin at around 30 miles an hour. Winds in excess are around 40 miles an hour and up to half-inch hail diameter. Like I said, I think there could be about pea-sized hail is possible. Half inches, not big. It's getting there. But these are the areas that we are looking at: Austin, Round Rock, Cedar Park. These are the areas that will be impacted. What did I just do? So really it's the central Texas area that's going to be impacted by the storm as it is moving off to the east. So we could see some more hail with this. Again, possible. Just seeing that looks like the developing stages of some sort of a hail core is what we're looking at with this one cell in particular. As these storms were a lot more powerful last night, but they have calmed down quite a bit. Even if we look, again, look at this, another special weather statement right here. We can find another radar set that's closer here. Makes it a little bit easier to see closer to the ground because they do have about a 0.5 half a degree tilt. And so the farther away you get from the radar site, the higher up in the atmosphere and farther away from the ground you're looking. I don't see one. So, we'll just use what we have here. So, lots more thunderstorms in this area moving towards Temple, which is a relatively expires about 30 minutes. And again, same deal here is 7 miles northeast of Breaks. It's moving to the east at around 45 miles an hour, and winds are in excess about 40 miles an hour, and a half-inch hail is expected. This includes Interstate 35 between mile markers 278 and 254. 354. This is the boundary. This is the cold front back here. So those are the thunderstorms that we are looking at right here, right now. Moving a little farther off to the north, a majority of the heaviest thunderstorms have moved off to the east of the main cities of Dallas and Fort Worth. However, you're still seeing some stronger thunderstorms. Again, small hail cores do seem to be developing at a few of these, but relatively speaking, we're not going to be, I don't expect to see anything ridiculously strong with this, meaning I don't expect there to be tornadoes, very heavy rain, gusty winds, and pea-sized hail to half-inch hail is possible with the storms that we are seeing today in Texas, moving to the east. I do want to talk a little bit about what we're going to see through the rest of the day as these storms continue to move east, because we are under a slight risk for today for the Gulf states, for the Gulf Coast of the United States. So I'm going to look at that right now and talk a little bit about what we could be seeing with this. So it's mainly going to be off towards the east as we get into East Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Later going into Georgia. So right now this is what we're looking at. This right here is all the slight risk. I do want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be expected to see, how much we're going to see in terms of severe weather, how much hail we could see, how big the hail could be. The overall general idea of what we're going to see with the severe weather is what I want to talk about and point out key points in the severe weather. So again, there will be strong thunderstorms will and could possibly impact corridors from parts of the southeastern Great Plains through the Gulf Coast Saturday. And through tonight, there may be accompanied by potential for tornadoes. Again, we will be talking about that. We will be monitoring that chance of tornadoes. That's why there is a slight risk. And if they have to, they get up it to an enhanced risk of the tornado threat becomes elevated. An amplified regime with a belt of wateries emanating from the mid-latitude Pacific may continue to develop eastward through this period. So it's all coming right across the jet stream right through here. That's kind of what we're dealing with this right here. With this system right across in this area. So we could be dealing with, I don't really want to look at the science behind this. I just want to look at the severity of this. This is a lot. But generally, at the hail, again, the slight risk, so meaning there's going to be a possibility of tornadoes. Not huge, but a few spin-ups are possible across this region. Very, very heavy rain and winds in excess of 40 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm would include that winds reaching 58 miles an hour or stronger, and up to half the 1 inch hail diameter. And we could, again, we do see these storms begin to intensify after they move off towards the east. Again, we could be dealing with much more intense thunderstorms today. But certainly a possibility. But as of right now, these thunderstorms remain relatively moderate, not super duper strong, not seeing any tornadoes. However, we do see some flood warnings ahead of this already popping up in some areas. As for the Houston area, as you can see, relatively calm. A couple rain showers here and there, and that's about it for the main Houston area. However, to our counties off to the north, that's the wrong direction. As you can see, our counties, I don't know how to do this. Right over there, off to the north. We are starting to see some more cells pop up near the Huntsville area in that region. I don't think I can use this. It's a little bit off, which is okay, but that's the area that we're looking at there. And again, this area for the Austin area, we do continue to see quite some thunderstorms. There we go. So, again, these cells do remain a major impact for this area. Looks like a bow echo is beginning to develop, so we're probably starting seeing some stronger winds right in there behind it. You can see right here. You can actually see how strong these winds are. Not terribly strong. That's about 30 miles an hour. Some areas may be a little bit stronger. 35 to 40 mile an hour winds. So we are seeing some stronger wind gusts with this storm as it is making its way off to the northeast. 35 to 40 mile an hour winds, with winds gusting possibly higher to 45 miles per hour in some areas. But again, that's what we're looking at right here. Could technically say this is tropical storm strength winds. We are seeing 40 miles an hour. It's generally between this entire area is around between 35 and 40 miles an hour. Some areas could see a bit higher gust of wind. However, the winds aren't too terribly strong in the Austin area, where the population is heavily pretty dense. So that's kind of what we're looking at with this specific storm. Looking over, as we get farther away from the radar site, the more complicated and it gets. Velocity. So again, we do have some more of these stronger cells. Again, not seeing any sort of lightning or not a lot of lightning, so there's not a lot of convection going on. But relatively speaking, it is still, relatively speaking, not very, very pretty strong storms. They are strengthening, but they're not super duper strong. We're not dealing with, that's why we're not seeing these severe thunderstorm warnings going out right now. However, I do expect to see hurricane watches, tornado watches, and severe thunderstorm watches later today across the southern portion of the United States, where we could see tornadoes warnings pop up, and certainly some severe thunderstorm warnings are certainly possible. Again, we could see some more significantly sized hail, and down with that. I do want to look at what our hail possibilities, what we could be seeing here with hail. So again, generally speaking, the possibility of hail isn't huge. 15% chance of seeing significant hail size. Tornado, again, a 5% chance of seeing tornadoes. It's not a huge chance, but the chance nonetheless is still there. It's still a possibility. And then obviously, a 50% chance of damaging winds are possible. And as we go off to day 2, you can see everything kind of shifts off to the southeast. But right now, mainly right now, we're dealing with what we're seeing right now. That's going to be the south central United States. We're going to closely monitor this and kind of give y'all updates throughout the rest of the day on what is happening and what we're dealing with. Mainly want to stay intact and in tune with this severe weather event dealing with today. Don't really want to talk about anything else because yes, we do have, again, winter weather advisories in Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, Kansas, Nebraska, in that area too. Mainly really want to deal with is talking about everything going on with these severe thunderstorms here. But that's really going to wrap it up for this morning. I just kind of want to just monitor everything happening for the day today. As we take a look at this. So I do want to just kind of wanted to give y'all that update. That's the severe weather that we'll be dealing with as this goes into today. We start to see the heating. We will see these storms intensify. And I think this afternoon to this evening, we will see the highest peak where we have the highest convective available potential energy for today. But these storms are going to continue to fire up this morning into this day, today, the afternoon, evening. So that's going to do it for me today. Again, thank you for watching. I'll continue to update you with these storms on YouTube. That's the bit today, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. As always, stay safe. Peace out.